I think I have found my new perfect camera, but nobody's really talked about it yet, which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Welcome back to another episode of Finch Fridays. In today's episode, I'm going to discuss / try and convince myself to buy the new Canon R5C. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel. I talk all things related to wedding videography and video production. So my main area of business is wedding videography, and I think this new Canon R5C will make an awesome B cam for my C200. But this isn't the main reason I would buy the camera. Over the last year, I have got a new local business where I produce all their social media content, and that is both photo and video. And I've been finding the environment I've been working in, because they're an engineering firm based in the steelworks in Port Talbot, that me bringing my C200 to do all the filming on and my 6D Mark II to do all the photos on is getting a bit bulky, and I am looking to streamline my equipment when I'm there. And I think the R5C could be the answer. It's pretty much both my C200 and my 6D Mark II in one. And I've also got a new estate agent client who they love the video side of things, but again I do their photos and videos of their properties, and I just find the C200 for the video with the crop sensor is a bit bulky for some of the houses that I film, and I'm not, because I'm used to the C200 footage, I'm not too keen on the footage that I get from my 6D Mark II when it comes to video. So I have been doing my research, and I think there are some pros and cons to the camera, to the Canon R5C. The main pro for me is that it's a cine camera rather than a DSLR / mirrorless video camera, and it can shoot in C-Log 3. So when it comes to weddings, it looks similar to my C200. Plus, I know when I do the social media content and the properties, I just know I'll be getting that sort of quality of video that I'm looking for. Another pro is that there is no record limit, as it is one of Canon's cine cameras. So when it comes to filming long ceremonies, such as church ceremonies, at weddings and speeches, I'm not worrying about the 30-minute record limit. But just with any pros, there's usually cons, and I have heard of some. So obviously I'm just talking about what I've researched and found, haven't actually got the camera yet. Apparently the main con is the battery life. So as I just said, the main pro is the record limit. I've heard if you're filming in 4K, sort of at the highest bit rate, the battery from 100% won't even last 30 minutes. But for me, for when I film weddings, I'm still in HD anyway, so I've got a feeling, without doing proper testing, I've got a feeling that wouldn't be an issue. But I have seen some YouTube videos of one guy ran a power bank on it that he just hooked around the tripod. So if you are at a wedding ceremony, that wouldn't be an issue. And that lasted, I think it lasted about 8 hours. So, and that was cheaper than buying an extra battery from Canon. So that would be one option. And I have also seen other power bank options that attach to, if you have a little cage or even a tripod base. I've seen that happen as well. So there are options to extend the battery life, but you just obviously have to pay that little bit more. Another con for me is that it's the RF lens. So my C200 and my 6D Mark II, they're all the EF lenses. So potentially you have to buy new expensive lenses and then maybe just shelve your other ones if you're just using that one camera. But again, there is an answer. Canon have got an EF to RF lens adapter. Again, cost probably, I think it's about £100 odd, but you just put that on the camera, and then your lens will, all your EF lenses will fit that. So yeah, again, it's costing that a little bit more, but you can use all your old lenses as well. So that's, to me, that's turning that con into a pro. There is also no built-in ND filter. So I'm used to that on my C200. I have got variable ND filters that you could use on your lens. So that's another option to overcome the built-in ND filter. Because previously I was thinking of getting the C70 to use at weddings as my B cam with the built-in ND filter. But looking at my options for my social media content, I think the R5C would be the better option for me. But instead of buying the EF to RF lens adapter, Canon have also got a very similar adapter, but has a built-in ND filter. So that, for me, that would be the option I would go down. But bear in mind, it's always got an ND on. So you can take it out and buy a clear lens adapter as well. Again, it's about another £100. So for just the glass, the adapter itself, I think, is about £400. So it does get quite expensive, but I just love having built-in ND filters rather than screwing on the actual lens. So I would probably pay that a little bit more for the convenience. So for me, I just feel this camera would be perfect for when I am doing the social media content. Just take the one camera, I've got photos and videos, taking less equipment, but also when it comes to the houses as well, I can, again, just have the one camera, fits on a gimbal as well. It weighs a similar weight to my 6D Mark II, which I love using on the gimbal. I have managed to get the C200 on a gimbal before, and I have released a video a few years ago. But to be honest, it's not ideal. You have to have counterbalance weights, just makes it even heavier. So I think this new camera would be a very good option for myself. Plus, it makes a very good B cam at a wedding as well. So, like I said, I'm trying to convince myself to buy it, and I think I have listed some very good reasons why. The only reason I haven't bought it yet is that, and many of my subscribers will know, that my daughter has cancer. She's recently relapsed, but she hadn't have relapsed, I'd actually be in America right now. We're supposed to fly there 7 times this year. This time, the first time would have been for a month, all the others are about a week. So I didn't book as many weddings as I usually do. So I'm probably about 5 or 6 weddings less than I previously had last year. So you know, less income coming in. So it's a lot of money to splash out. If it wasn't for that, I would have bought it already. But there are finance options. That's what I've also been looking into. Canon do it, Wex do it, CVP do it, and a lot of them are 0% APR as well, so 0% interest. So literally you're not paying any extra. So that's a good option. And when I was looking into it, the money I get a month regularly from my local business doing their social media is more than the payments would be as well. So again, that's why it's very tempting for me to buy it now. In fact, last bank holiday, the one at the beginning of May, Canon had £400 off, and I almost bought it. And I think if this bank holiday weekend, they do the same sort of deals, I'll probably end up buying it. So let me know if you have one. Give me your thoughts. But let me know soon, because I pretty much, I reckon by next week I'd have bought one. So don't forget to like and subscribe. I try and release a video every Friday talking all things wedding videography and video production.